Hey everyone, welcome back to another travel video. So this video is a very strange, it's kind of like I take you along with me, but then I completely stop caring about filming, so I end up having no footage. So I decided to put in this little part and like add a little extra section to it where I talk about things to do and places to eat in the places in Canada that I went. So I went on about a week to 10-day trip to Canada with my mom and my sister. This was back in July. By the way, I'm back in Tallahassee, making this well after the trip. For 3 days we were in Montreal, which is more like a city type vibe, and then we drove over to where my grandpa's staying in the summer in Mont, which is like a ski resort town, but obviously it was summer, so we didn't ski. We more like hung out at the lake and did like hikes. So I'm going to start in Montreal since that's where the trip started. I'll actually put in the clips now, and then I'll get to the part of like places to eat and things to do. Hello! Okay, so I was not going to video this trip, but my sister's actually decided to start vlogging and she's going to do it. So I figured I would not do a vlog, but kind of like make a video of our Canada trip. So we have just started packing. This is what my bedroom looks like. This is Lindsay. And yeah, we're going to leave for the airport in about an hour, I think, and then our flight is at night. So I will keep you updated with how it goes. We're going to check all of our bags, I think, because it's just free and we had a bunch of stuff that couldn't be carried on. So yeah, I will see you probably next time when we're at the airport. Hey guys, so it's been a while since I've updated you. Last time you saw me I was at home, but we got into Montreal last night really late, and we just decided to get a hotel near the airport, and now we're headed into Old Montreal to get our new hotel and to explore today. So I'll take you guys along with me. So we just got to the hotel, and now we're gonna go look at the view. Handmaid still vibes. Okay, and we're actually in Old Montreal. I don't know if I mentioned that. So it's like historic and it looks like the Handmaid's Tale, and I'm really excited, and I will show you footage from that. Okay, so far we have we went out this morning and walked around, and we found this really cute cafe. I'll put some pictures in. And, well, it wasn't a cafe, it was actually a huge restaurant, and we had lunch at it, and then we had to go back, and Lindsay had to change her shoes, so we went back to the hotel, and we ended up falling asleep for an hour because we got in really late last night and we were just really tired. Now I'm walking up a hill. So then we decided to go over to like Mile End, which is this area that's like, it's like a neighborhood that has a lot of cute shops and cute restaurants and whatever. So we walked through there. Now we're going to a park with trails on it. I'm not really sure. So as you can see, those clips didn't really show you anything that we did. So I'm gonna start out with my three favorite things that we did while we were in Montreal. But it's honestly all of these videos are more for like my memory and hearing my perspective on the things that I did at this time in my life, and like looking back on them later. So that's what this is for. First thing was a boat tour in Old Port, Montreal. So that's kind of like near where we were staying in Old Montreal. And they have this like really cool river. So we went on the river on a boat. It was like about an hour ride, and it was just really cool because they served us drinks, and it was, there was someone like saying facts about it, but it was really relaxed, and we just kind of got to cruise on the boat and see really cool sights as we went. The second thing that I really liked while we were in Montreal was the Mile End neighborhood. So as you saw in that video, really, I didn't even show Mile End very much because we were already out of it by the time I was filming. But Mile End, like I said, is this really trendy neighborhood, kind of 15 minutes maybe from Old Montreal. And it was just really nice to walk around, go in some vintage boutiques and stores, find some cute coffee shops, and just spend the day walking and chilling out because we had been sightseeing and flying and all this stuff, and so it was really nice to just like walk around and get the vibe of the city. The third was the hike at Montreal. So Montreal is essentially a park. It's kind of like Central Park, just really huge. You can't really consider it like, you wouldn't picture a normal park because there's just so many hikes. And we went up to this really cool peak that they actually have like kind of like a museum at the top of, and then just this incredible view of all of Montreal. So moving on to 3 places to eat in Montreal. We obviously ate more than 3 places, but these are gonna be like the top places that I would suggest. So where we stayed was, I think I've said this a million times, in Old Montreal. And around there's like this one strip that has a bunch of cafes and restaurants all along the sides. And it's kind of like one of those things where like the people will be out front, the hostess will be out front, like trying to get you to come into their restaurant. So it's really hard to make a decision, but I will recommend, and I'm gonna mess up the name because I don't speak French, but Jardin Nelson. So it's like Garden Nelson. It was amazing. That was the cute lunch spot that I put in the pictures, and it was delicious. So I highly recommend that. The second place I recommend is called Venice. We really stumbled upon it. Again, we were just starving and wanted a meal, and it was kind of like brunch time, and I got this delicious breakfast pizza. Again, great service, great food. The last place I recommend to go is actually like not really like a meal place, but it's called Kem Koba ice cream. It was so good. So like I said, it was so hot when we went because it was summer, and we had been walking around. This one is in Mile End, I believe. And it's like down this side road, and it's just so cute and colorful. The ice cream itself is so colorful. I had a sorbet. It was like a passion fruit sorbet. So yeah, that kind of wraps up Montreal. So side note now, when I was in Mont Tremblant, I was so over using my phone. I really needed a break, not even necessarily from like filming it, but just from being on my phone. So I really didn't get any footage there. I just would take pictures if I thought something was pretty. So I'm just gonna put in some pictures that I took so you can kind of get a feel of what Mont Tremblant is, and then I'll go into the things to do and the places to eat there. As you can see, it's a very, how do I put it? Like, nature is very big there. The lake is like it's like the center of everyone's activities and attention, and that's where people spend their summer. And also, this is a very rare place to go. Like, I don't know really why I'm giving tips, because I don't know how many people are actually gonna go to Mont Tremblant. But if you do, the 3 things that I recommend doing there, number 1 is the lake. I mean, you can't really not do the lake while you're there. We decided one day to rent kayaks. I rented a kayak, and my sister and mom rented one of those paddle boats, like the ones that you sit in and paddle. And it was so much fun. It was the most beautiful day. It wasn't too hot. The lake had like a nice breeze. It was just so awesome. They also have like a little restaurant there that you can get just like, I don't know, lake food, like chicken fingers and just like quick food. So I highly recommend that as something to do. Oh god. So we kind of walked around like where basically all of Montreal is beautiful nature. You can find hikes anywhere. So where he was staying, he was in like a little neighborhood that had like a river and just mountain bike trails, hiking trails. So we just went on our way and did random hikes each day, and that was amazing. So I highly recommend just scheduling like some downtime to do hiking. And then the last thing, there's this village, it's called The Village. It's like a ski resort village with a bunch of shops and restaurants. But I just really enjoyed it because it has really nice architecture. Like it has a cute, they tried to make it look like a French village, but it's kind of modernized. Okay, so moving on to places to eat in Montreal, and I'm gonna go through these really fast because again, it's really rare to go for someone to be actually listening to this and going to Montreal. But if you do, here we go with the French names again. La Maison de la Crêpe is a crepe place in the village. Oh, that was so bad. But it's a crepe place in the village that has savory crepes, sweet crepes, coffee, juices. It's just like my dream food place. I actually went there on my birthday because I just really was wanting a crepe. So we went there, delicious. I loved it. Another place we went on my birthday, dinner. By the way, I turned 21 while we were there, but it was kind of anticlimactic because I was 20, so I was legal, and that wasn't, like, that's the whole point of turning 21 is being legal to drink, but I was legal to drink in Canada, so it was really anticlimactic to turn 21 in Canada. But regardless, we went to this place called the Ital Deli, which it's just really delicious Italian food. It's kind of like higher end, like scale, but also you can dress really casually. Yeah, highly recommend that. The last thing is another place in the village, and it's probably like the most popular place in the village. It's called La Forge, and it's just this huge, it has a bunch of outdoor seating, and you can kind of like sit and people watch, but they have this super extensive menu, and the food was delicious. My mom and I went there on a day that my sister wasn't feeling well, so she stayed home, and ended up sitting there having a beer and just like chilling out, watching people. Like there was so many interesting people watching is the most fun thing to do when you're traveling and just in general. But anyways, that was a really good restaurant. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was very weird because one, there wasn't footage, and two, these are really like rare places that nobody's probably going to. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.